Gotta love those synchronized beat time camera movement things. I just love how this game is constructed. Hello everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons, this is a Hat in Time, and I'm not going to go to this level, but I can at least open it. For reasons you shall see. Huh, that's funny. I didn't realize this, but in the last episode we caused a temporal disturbance in this room and the lights were on, but the lights were off until just now when we turned them on. So, that's a funny way of animating time and space. Now, we could go further in, but I would personally prefer to go to the science room, except, oh wait, it's just the void. But here's something we've not been taught about the Dweller Mask just yet. Green platforms are invisible until you use the Dweller Mask. Purple platforms are solid until you use the Dweller Mask. So, you know, it's like the reverse of the green platforms we saw before. And so down here, there is nothing of note. There will be something here later, much later, but for now, we have another podium, and we came by a recent windfall of ponds, so fix that shit up. And I shall put this together because it's normally the first one that it's usually the second one you get in the game, after the burger. So I'll put it really far out of the way. Now could this possibly attach itself to the chapter we've not been to yet? Why, of course. There it is. There is that purple rift that we could do without knowing any of the rest of the context of that chapter. And just for the sake of completionist noodles, even we will be coming back here eventually, but just for now, I will showcase that you just hook shot up to here and wall, and down there is the next chapter, and huh, the purple rift hasn't spawned just yet. And ooh, look, there's a button. I've said before, I love the writing in this game. Is this going to turn into the same flavor as running joke as Chugga Conroy talking about the art direction of Okami? Only time will tell. We can't afford this just yet, we can't afford this just yet. I could go to chapter 4, and that would be a fine time for all involved, but nah, I'm just gonna go back into chapter 3 because we were doing stuff. Huh. And now I'm slightly concerned because the two remaining missions, aside from, like, I don't like these two missions, but we've got to do them. I didn't even see what the word of the day is, but you'll be able to see, because you can go back and pause the video. I can't go back and pause life. So if that's not a reason to live every moment as if it's your last, I don't know what is. That was unnecessarily morbid. Anyway, we need to go and fight the toilet.
The toilet.
And rather predictably, Nintendo Capri Sun likes this mission for its thematicisms, and I do love the sort of weird ominousness of just these pipes just sprouting out of nowhere and spewing evil. Really sets the tone. Anyway, as I've said, this is a boss mission that isn't the barrel battle from Mafia Town, so if you beat this mission with the badge that forces you to only have 1 HP until you get hit and then you die, then you do get the achievement. I don't intend to do that because I struggled a little bit with this. It's just not a fun time. You just sort of need to get, I can get. I think these apples have very generous timers on them and very generous hitboxes, so just have a care. Oh, for some reason I didn't realize that sometimes it forces you to let go of the Makango before you're ready. Once again, too much Danganronpa. I love how it cowers with its door, like you're a toilet. Yeah. You do sort of automatically let go of the hookshot thing if you're not careful, so excuse you, I was chewing my chews. Snipe you in the face. It's so easy to take damage in this boss, and also you require some level of care to get the heart ponds when they spawn from the audience, because we have an audience for some reason. I took damage somehow. There we go. That was nice and generous. So yeah, the shockwaves of the toilet. Yes, the shockwaves of the toilet. Yes, I said that correctly twice. Very difficult to avoid, weirdly, because you will kind of be thrown a little bit, and okay, that wasn't my fault. I was interrupted mid-swingus. Now, you don't have to climb up every single cage to get up here. It's a very worrying attack because it's a giant apple that might go boom. But yes, try not to be on the ground when the thing lands, because otherwise you'll have an unfantastic time. Throw heart ponds my way, please. There's choo-choos. Except they're not choo-choos, because this isn't Legend of Zelda. Boop. It's blue, so that's how you know you can hit it. Are you going to build another apple? Are you going to build a bear? Build a bear workshop in hell. I'm inside the clock. I'm not sure what happens when a timer runs out on that, because it's a surprisingly generous timer, all things considered. Throw me some heart ponds, please. As I said, it's really easy to take damage, and it's the heart ponds are surprisingly difficult to grab, and yet I did it in one try. What is my life? All this bitching about not being able to grab heart ponds. I swear, if the remnants of one of its previous attacks kill me somehow in this, the last fleeting moments of this boss, I will just... Like, you can still jump into the middle and die. I'd rather just grab the timepiece and be on my merry little way. I don't enjoy that boss, but as I just demonstrated, it's not that hard, especially if you're not fucking careless. Moving swiftly on, now that we've plunged the toilet. You're still advertising Chapter 2, you naive fool. How many ponds do we have? 46. We still can't do the next time rift thing. Oh well. And I guess that just leaves... Please give me a time rift, give me an out here. No, okay, then we're gonna have to do Queen Vanessa's Manor. Honestly, that really sets the tone for this mission. It's a stealth mission, I hate those, but honestly, it's not that hard. Like, make no mistake, as I said before, this was the last regular mission I did on my personal playthrough because I just did not want to do this. I didn't want to do this! I don't like this mission, because I don't like stealth. Like, it's very much formatted like a horror game, and that's not the problem that I have with it. The problem I have with it is its stealth. Most other people are put off by the atmosphere, and I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, because I'm a big boy, I'm not scared. But, no, really. I mean, sure, they've perfectly captured the atmosphere of anxiety. Also, here's the introduction of purple things that disappear when subjected to the bell, rather than things that appear when subjected to the bell. It's like Saved by the Bell, but different. I missed. That's fine, we have the Dweller Mask to make it slightly easier. Or Hat Kid could completely fuck up the jump, because that's just how Hat Kid do. But yeah, with the Dweller Mask, you can take it off prematurely. It does deactivate by itself after a short while, but, you know, you could just take it off prematurely and control when the dimensional shift ends, which makes it a bit easier to navigate. Now, I like this section of the mission, but once we get inside the eponymous manor, that's when the shit hits the fan, and I'm not a fan. Well, I appreciate the design of it, but... I don't know, I'm sure you'll understand when you see it. As I said, it captures, like, just anxiety as an atmosphere perfectly, but also, this mission as a whole kind of really captures what living with social anxiety feels like. So, do I need that spirit for something? I'm thinking perhaps not. Okay, well, we're here. We have arrived at the manor. And I'm just gonna avoid it if I can. I'm just gonna go around, jump up, and get down. If you don't believe me, just watch. Ooh. Unless, out of nowhere, we'll just randomly get accosted by, like, the statue being like, hey, friendo, you promised you'd go into this mansion. Why are you walking around it? Why are you doing laps? I just don't like the mission. Because anxiety. I was almost tempted to think that, hey, if you go far enough, maybe you'll just keep ending up... Like, it's those fairy tale horror stories. The further you go away from the mansion, you'll just end up coming back to the mansion. Well, fine. Don't try to go in the front doors, though. You'll have a very bad experience. Yes, I'm even ignoring ponds over it. I shall go in through this hole instead. Accept me into your warm, dark, dank embrace, Vanessa. Now, fun fact about the name Vanessa as well. So, back in the old days... oh, also... an outline of Animal Crossing. First of all, story.
Boss told me to remind you, you signed that paper about not using your hands while in the manor. Yeah, don't use them. Thanks.
I don't know if it enforces that, but yeah, just don't do it. Also, there's appears to be no mention of that in the contract, but whatever. Anyway. Can I door? I can door. I used to play Animal Crossing, well, I still do actually, I play the 3DS version now, but when the Wii version was still in fashion, there was a small community dedicated to hacking the game, and like using Wii homebrew stuff. and one thing led to another, and we had Bones the dog in our village, and he has the same birthday as me, funnily enough. Anyway, some hacking went a bit strange, and he went from being a hungry, happy male to the sweet, polite female type, and so we started calling her Vanessa because she changed gender, and Vanessa sounds kind of like a feminine form of Bones, maybe, question mark? So yeah, I hate this mission. So yeah, you're sort of running away from Queen Vanessa, and Hat Kid's reactions are very fitting and very appropriate. And can I donk? Okay, there are places you can hide. It's very important that you do hide, because also you can't run in here. So give me key or give me death, but don't give me death, please. I'd rather just have the key. It helps if you actually take the key. So yes, you can hide under things. I think some hiding places are better than others, but overall, I just hate this mission, because if you hear her coming, it's worthwhile to hide, but I think her movements are mostly scripted, so just be ready to hide at any given moment. For now, though, donk! And then just hide, because otherwise, like, she heard a noise, she might come in. I challenge you. So yes, this is what happens when Vanessa gets too close. Look at this atmosphere. Look at this. This is what the world feels like to someone with social anxiety. Everyone is Queen Vanessa. Everyone is out to get you, and everyone will grab you by the lapels, stare into your soul, and freeze you to death on contact. That's what it feels like to be socially anxious. But for now, let's just grab the key and be on our merry little way. Oh, you know I'm in there, do you? Well, I shall just go completely the wrong way and get out of your hair. It's like hello neighbor, but goodbye neighbor. I'm not even your neighbor. I shall just run over here, and we're on an upper floor. I'm not sure if there's any other collectibles down there. I'd love to explore this mansion on my own time, but alas, it's just... It's... no thanks. Anyway, letters. My dearest Vanessa, it has been many days since I saw you last, but it feels like months. I didn't see the end there. My time at the academy is hard, but I'm progressing quickly. There's much to study when it comes to law, but the library here is well stocked. Our tutors are the finest in the land, and I'm thankful for their help. I've been attending private study with one, an experienced practitioner of law by the name of Lady... The rest of the letter is ruined and torn. And, Vanessa is close, so I shall just hide. Another letter. Oh, I wish I could just keep him always locked up and in chains in the cellar, but you can't chain a man, can you? Oh look, there are frozen statues of other people who have died. Also, there's Freddy Fazbear. Grab a balloon. Oh look, there's a painting of someone with no head. Bear in mind that the Snatcher was talking before about someone whose head popped off, and of course, the balloon doesn't quite work, and then the balloon itself just sort of vanishes. Oh, now it's a pretty picture of us. Now, I'd advise hiding until the heat dies down. Never mind the fact that the balloon is sort of going through the cot cradle thing or whatever. Oh, there is a door there. I was maybe aware. Now, is that her there? I couldn't see. I'm trying to see through the wall. That door is open. Nope, nope, and right out of there. I just want to keep tabs on where she is. Yeah, I thought so. I've never been caught by her before, and I don't intend that to change now. I hope I've distracted her long enough to boop this key down and open this chest. Just give me the key so that I can flee. And of course, 2 balloons isn't enough. So... oh, look, the painting changed again. And, yeah, you can't get the 3rd balloon because something happened to make it pop. Isn't that just grim? And of course, she just walks through the door, and it just sort of flies off with her. We get a checkpoint, just in case. Just in case the worst comes to the worst. And now we can hear shower sounds. So here's a fun little moment. We must persist into. My prince has gone, says the bloody graffiti on the mirror. Just take care. Hat Kid can backwards sometimes. I'll just take this and run away, because you're about to realize I'm here. Bye-bye. Now, I say bye-bye in a humorous sort of way, but really that is how Hat Kid do. You know, she's the sort who would go, bye-bye. I'm sorry about your hair, my prince. I just wanted our lengths to match, and colour, and curl. You look wonderful. That's not worrying at all. Chest. Another token. Now, apparently, there was originally going to be an extra floor to this mansion, and I don't remember what the puzzle involved, but it was so complicated that the developers took it out because it just didn't work. Now, I don't know if Vanessa can actually come up here, but our quarry is here in the attic, and actually the fact that that bookcase fell over suggests that there's no way she can come in here, so what we want is in that chest. But first, since we're here, and it is a bitch to get here, and ooh, look, there's nonsense on the walls. I totally wanted to show that, and I wasn't just having a bit of difficulty with the platforming twice in a row. But yeah, there is something up here. You can see it. It's in a present container. A present container. Sure, why not? Anyway, just give me the contents of this chest, and I shall be on my merry way. Don't have to worry about freezing pools of water using a globe, or swimming through a shark-infested room in a labyrinth of pipes and drugging someone's milk. No need to worry about that. Just don't get caught, and it's fine. I've actually never played Hello Neighbor, and I never intend to. I don't like stealth. I don't like stealth. Meanwhile, back on the ship, except it's not meanwhile because it's while. It's the same time as now because now is here and now. I know what I mean. It's not meanwhile because it's sympathetic to the same point of view as we were previously experiencing, and oh, I just realized that was the last mission of Chapter 3, the time rifts notwithstanding. So we could go and do the final thing of it now, but first, there's that. Surprisingly difficult to find. Like, the time rifts here are weirdly difficult to find, but I suppose that's because it's a very open area. Like, the pipe one is easy enough to come across, but then the rest I remember having difficulty finding. Anyway, I'll just skip that opening sequence. Now, what's my pond situation like? Is it worth me buying anything from Archideld?
I sell is of value.
Another pin, but we can't afford it. That is painful to see. So once again, we must bumble around the forest. And I believe we've dealt with all the fire spirits now, so shut your... Oh, no, we haven't. There are more fire spirits that need taken care of somewhere. Which is unfortunate, because we may need to go over there. There's stuff there. We need to get to places. Please, fire spirits, must you be this way? I actually don't know where they are, then. Huh. They can't be that hard to find. Oh, well, there's a painting right there. Okay, no, well, never mind. We are in the correct place after all. And in fact, I believe the time rift is up there, so... I mean, it's another painting of Archideld. Now, where does this need to go? I don't actually see. Oh, it's over this way, I remember. Also, that joke came up that made me actually laugh out loud when I played this game for myself.
Shame all these houses are empty now. It's free real estate.
I'm not intimately acquainted with the meme, but I know enough of it for me to realize that is a reference, and I am tickled by it. So, I just now realize that this is like the Subcon Forest version of the vault codes, because it's like you do stuff with things. And we can kill two birds with one stone here, free this painting, and also destroy one of the things that skull eye thing was looking at. Ominous child. Or you could just land next to the fire, that works too. Really? Just burn, please. Because why burn when you can burn? And the whole line about dwellers can't stand on surfaces like this is your hint to say that you can travel through these. Like the purple things you can move through when in dweller mode. And yeah, I advise delaying it slightly when jumping using the dweller mask. Like, wait until you've started jumping before you activate the dweller mask, otherwise you might suffer a little bit. Now I want to sort of jump past that and go up here. Is there anything of value up here? I could have sworn there was, but apparently not. Okay, fine, well I'll just grab you, Bluey McBlewison, and dispose of you into the flames. And there's still more. For some reason I thought that was the fourth one, but it is not. Now, what's the most efficient way of getting up there? Will this mushroom spring me highly enough? Not even close. Huh. How make? Oh, just go up the leaves. Maybe this episode will run slightly long because I'm getting sidetracked by other things. We shall see. Just, when you approach one of those spiders, just be sure to be attacking, otherwise you may suffer. Now, 4-3! 4-3! Not even close. That's fine. We'll need to come back here later anyway, just to take that other path, see where it leads. Why did that count? Why did that count? Anyway, we should just go straight for the rift at this point, but we've got 4 out of 5 paintings, so may as well just finish what we started. Then we need to destroy some spiders, and I'm just going to use this. Now be aware of that statue. It will attack you. It caught me by surprise when I played for myself, because I didn't know to expect it. I don't remember what set it off, if indeed anything. And so, we could just keep going this way, and it pains me to not finish what I've started, but it's worth our while to finish what we've begun with these paintings. It's just a healthy thing to do, you know? Oh, I fell. Huh, the statue somehow went down. It fell. The statue fell. I don't even know if you can fight those statues. Also, you can refresh bells by hitting them again. Seems fairly obvious, but you know. Also, bells overwrite each other, I think. So be cautious. Have a care. Have every care. And that allows us to get another rift token, so I shall take advantage of that. And also take advantage of the fact that the angry statue is no longer present. Which sounds like code for something, you know, like the Beijing duck flies at noon, or, you know, why won't those spiky things damage tiles? Except this isn't a top-down Zelda game, they can't be damaged. Why did it not hurt me to stand on those spiky things? I get loopy when I've been recording for too long, apparently, because everything from episode 5 up until now, my god, I'm bad at this. Everything from episode 5 up until now has all been one recording session. Because at this point I seem, not my choice of words there, I seem determined to just, like, record the entire game before I upload part 1. Which, I mean, that would be funny, it would be meme-worthy, and it may just happen at this rate because I'm nearly halfway through the game, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Now, just to make sure it saves that I've done this. Good. Burn. There we go. Now we never have to worry about paintings ever again. And sure enough, that allows us to go through there. We'll handle that in the next episode. For the moment, we'll just... It sounds like I'm ending the episode now, and really I should... Sure. Well, for now, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, we'll head into that time rift and see where it leads, and whence whomst to uponstly therewith. English is my native language, I swear. See you next time.